Sam and I are walking up to go do an interview today, and so we had to wake up real quick and get on the road, and now we are here to do an interview with a homeless outreach group. Okay, so as you see there, we're coming up on the Epps Christian Center. Today I'm going to be doing an interview with one of the Christian outreach groups that goes around, hands out sack lunches and hands out dog food to those in need. And so I made friends with the guy. I really think that, services like this are more beneficial to the homeless because they meet them where they're at versus, making them, go wait in line.
Hi, my name's Robert Wingooder. I'm with Helping Hands, and we're filling boxes and making up bags for Epps Christian Center Food Pantry, which I share with her and partner with her on that.
How many people do you guys actually serve here?
We have usually on a given Tuesday or Thursday we give out 150 boxes. Sometimes on Thursdays when we get our farm share or our USDAs, we're doing about 250. A lot of this comes with grants. A lot of it comes with federal dollars that come out for like USDA foods. We get that out. And farm share is through your state agencies or your state that donates food to us to get out to people. Okay, so if you want to be involved with Feeding America, which is nationwide, you have to be a nonprofit. If you're a nonprofit status, you can apply for an application with Feeding America, wherever your 8 local agencies are there. And it's our agencies here charges $120 membership a year, and then we go over and pick up food from anywhere from 19 cents down to 2 cents a pound. Now, if it's a direct store pickup, instead of them picking up, we get it at 2 cents a pound. And sometimes it's usually free.
Okay.
So,
is this quality food, or is this food that's like on its way? They're going to be tossing it.
Some of the food that we see that comes in from Feeding America, it's at the end of their availability to be able to keep it on the shelves. It's not that it's bad. It's best by use, or it's coming to a close where they can only hold it so long, like their meats and their produce and their dairy. The hardest thing to get is usually meats. You have to have a refrigerated unit, and you have to, for your dairy, you have to have a refrigerated unit if you get it store-based.
What about cost? I mean, over with inflation and everything, how is that affecting how you help the homeless?
We are doing it especially because we do a lot of pickups and rescue food from grocery stores and from other locations in town. It's the cost of our gas that is affecting us.
Okay, so because I know Grace Marketplace was saying that their food costs went up by like $100,000 last year.
Well, it depends on if they're directly picking up from the supplier or if they're picking up through Feeding America or through somewhere else. Now, a lot of that difference is that the amount of people are coming more. We're seeing an explosion. Ever since I've been involved here, we've at least doubled our intake at least every week.
We saw the explosion in 2008. Compared to 2008, is it worse, same, or are we on par? What's going on?
I would say we're worse.
We're worse.
Just about that worse than what we were then.
Explain why and how. Your boots on the ground.
Yeah, my feet, because it makes it harder for availability for us to pick up food because of restrictions that we have to follow, which is not that big of a restriction, especially like a refrigerator unit or something like that. But homelessness, yes, I've seen a bigger amount of people on the streets, people panhandling. That comes, it's just people, at one time, we were getting a lot of free money, a lot of free stuff, and that made it harder once we come out of that free stuff because of COVID, and it just makes it even harder for people to get food. Because they've lost their jobs aren't there anymore.
They're getting automated.
It's getting automated, or the businesses are just not rehiring people.
So they're not rehiring. So
they're keeping a minimum staff. On the agenda that I want to go and talk to, I go down and speak at the courthouse or the city hall during their meetings. But it's, the classification of the homelessness here, they've gotten a lot of federal dollars, which is not coming out, has not been used Right now the city of Pensacola and the state or the county is setting on $4.2 million to do a come as you are shelter. And that's been there at least 2, if not 3 years. And there's just haven't done nothing with it.
Are you aware that they're inviting John DeCarmine from Grace Marketplace here next month?
Is that what does he do? Does he
A no barrier shelter.
And,
Yeah.
They've asked these people to come. This makes probably the 3rd time that they've asked somebody to come to do a statistic and to do that same exact thing, which is spending and wasting our dollars.
No,
People are going to be homeless no matter what.
Okay.
I don't care as long as we have difference in class and nobody's equal than the other, and then the food cost has gone sky high. We're never going to have. We're not going to get rid of homelessness. It's always going to be here.
Okay, so what do you think the solution is?
My solution is to try to work as much as we possibly can with people. Find out what their needs are. Find out where they're at. Why they want to be homeless. If they want to be homeless because that's what they want to do, leave them alone. You go back 75 to 100 years ago, there was not a problem with people sleeping on the streets or sleeping in a camp. I mean, we had it. That's the reason why we had a lot of depression times back then. So, there's no good solution.
Okay. So if there's and it's because everybody keeps wanting to know. It's like what is so how do you differentiate between those that actually need the help and those that are gaming the system, and like how do you deal with people like that?
As a faith-based person, and our nonprofit is faith-based. We don't put a restriction. If that's on the person, if they want to take advantage of something, that comes back to their own heart and their own ability.
Okay.
And we could get a system set up, but we're not available to be able to be involved with a system like that. But it'd have to be state and nationwide, where if somebody comes into our pantry or I feed somebody on the street, we put their name in. And a lot of people don't want to put their name in. They don't want people to know where they're at. They don't want to know what's going on in their lives.
Is it because of privacy, paranoia, or running from the law?
It could be all three.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it could be all three. And some may be multiple. If you want to care or to give, you need to step up and put your feet on the ground. It's easy to do. All you have to do is have a bag in your car. You see a homeless person, hand them that bag. It can be as little as a pair of socks, some snacks, some protein, and just give that to them and, be on your way. And I don't think it's adding to the problem. I think it's helping with it, making a solution, because everybody can be considerate and compassionate.
Okay. So, make sure they survive, they live.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.